Movies like Jaws turned sharks into monsters, mindless killers lurking in the deep, waiting to tear us apart. But the truth is, we've gotten almost everything wrong about these animals. The myths we believe about sharks aren't just inaccurate, they're actually backwards from reality. Sharks aren't the ones we should fear, we're the ones they should be terrified of. They're not all giant killing machines. When you picture a shark, you probably see rows of razor-sharp teeth, a massive torpedo-shaped body, and those dead black eyes. That's what Hollywood wants you to see. But here's what nobody tells you. There are over 500 species of sharks swimming in our oceans right now, and most of them look nothing like what you're imagining. The dwarf lantern shark is only 8 inches long. You could hold one in your hand. The basking shark has teeth so tiny it doesn't even use them for feeding. And the whale shark? It's the largest fish in the ocean, but it only eats plankton. These massive creatures aren't out here chomping on seals or people. They're filtering microscopic organisms through their gills like living vacuum cleaners. The sharks that scare us, the great whites, bulls, and tigers, are just 3 species out of hundreds. Over 75% of all shark species rarely encounter human beings or are incapable of consuming a human. Most sharks are busy eating fish, squid, and clams. They don't want anything to do with us. The goblin shark looks like something from a horror movie with its protruding snout and jaw that shoots forward to catch prey. But it lives so deep in the ocean that humans almost never see them. The cookie-cutter shark is the size of your forearm and takes tiny circular bites out of whales and dolphins like a biological hole puncher. And the frilled shark basically looks like a swimming eel with teeth that belongs in the prehistoric era. And speaking of what they eat, here's the thing nobody wants to admit. Humans are not food for sharks. We taste terrible to them. When sharks do bite people, it's not because they're trying to eat us, it's because they're checking us out. They're curious. They investigate things with their mouths the same way we use our hands. The difference is their mouths happen to have teeth that can do serious damage. If you've made it this far and you're finding this stuff as wild as I am, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started with how wrong we've been about sharks. The swimming myth that won't die. You've heard this one your whole life. Sharks have to keep swimming or they'll die. It's become this weird motivational thing. People say, just keep swimming like a shark or you'll drown. Except most sharks can stop swimming whenever they want and they're perfectly fine. The vast majority of sharks do not need to keep moving to breathe. Species like nurse sharks and bull sharks use buccal pumping, which means they open and close their mouths to draw water over their gills. It's like they're breathing manually. Some species even have spiracles, small openings behind their eyes that pump water to their gills so they can breathe while sitting still. Watch a nurse shark sometime. They lie on the ocean floor for hours just chilling. No movement required. But okay, there are some sharks that actually do need to keep swimming. Great white sharks, whale sharks, and mako sharks are obligate ram ventilators, which means they have to swim with their mouths open to force water over their gills. For them, it really is swim or die. These are mostly pelagic sharks, the ones that live in open water. But even these species have figured out ways to rest. They don't sleep like we do, but they have periods where they're less active, cruising along on autopilot while their brains get some downtime. The point is, this myth lumps all sharks together like they're identical when the reality is way more interesting. Different species have completely different survival strategies. Some can nap on the seafloor, and some have to keep moving forever. Nature doesn't do one size fits all. They're way smarter than you think. For decades, people treated sharks like they were basically swimming appetites with no brains, just dumb eating machines operating on pure instinct. But scientists who actually study these animals have been consistently surprised by how wrong that assumption is. Sharks have relatively large brains compared to their body size, and they're capable of complex behaviors that require real intelligence. They can recognize other sharks and adapt to different environments. Studies show they can remember locations where they found food or encountered obstacles, and they can hold on to that information for over a year. That's clearly memory and learning. Sharks are capable of long-distance repeated migrations and complicated hunting behaviors. Think about what that means. A shark swims thousands of miles across the open ocean and finds its way back to the exact same spot year after year. They're navigating using the Earth's magnetic field, following scent trails, and probably using methods we haven't even figured out yet. But here's where it gets really interesting. Sharks exhibit social learning, which is the ability to learn new behaviors by watching another shark do it first. This was thought to only happen in mammals like dolphins and primates. But nope, sharks can learn from each other too. And they're not all loners either. Species of reef sharks return to the same communities year after year, and some individuals prefer the company of certain other sharks. They form what researchers are calling friendships. These animals have social structures and possibly even personalities. Some individuals are bolder, more willing to explore new areas. Others are more cautious. The manta ray, which is a close relative of sharks, has the biggest brain of any fish and can recognize itself in a mirror. Self-recognition is considered one of the hallmarks of intelligence. Very few animals can do it. So yeah, sharks aren't mindless. They're problem solvers with memory, social skills, and individual personalities. We massively underestimated them. The attack statistics are ridiculous. Let's talk about the thing everyone's actually worried about. Shark attacks. The numbers tell a story that's completely opposite of what most people believe. In 2020, 7 people died in unprovoked shark attacks worldwide. 7. You're more likely to die from a lightning strike, car accident, or even being attacked by a pig than a shark. More people are killed each year by deer, dogs, and domestic pigs than by sharks. Pigs are more dangerous to you than sharks. The United States consistently has the most unprovoked shark attacks, with 28 in 2024, and 14 of those happened in Florida. Even their fatalities are extremely rare. Most bites result in minor injuries. The shark takes one bite, realizes we're not what it's looking for, and leaves. Cell phones and social media make shark attacks seem like they're increasing when they're actually not. We're just hearing about every single incident now because dramatic images go viral instantly. Meanwhile, tens of millions of sharks are killed by humans every year. Sharks are killed for their fins, which are used in shark fin soup. The fins offer no nutritional value and actually contain mercury. But they're considered a status symbol in some cultures, so the demand continues. The brutal part is how it happens. Fishermen catch sharks, slice off their fins, and throw the still-living shark back into the ocean where it sinks to the bottom, unable to swim, and either suffocates or gets eaten by other predators. We're not the victims here. Sharks are. Why this all matters. Sharks have been around for more than 450 million years. They survived multiple mass extinction events that wiped out the dinosaurs. They've been apex predators in the ocean for longer than trees have existed on land. And now we're driving them toward extinction because of myths and misunderstanding. Sharks play a vital role in keeping marine ecosystems balanced and healthy. As top predators, they keep populations of other species in check. Without sharks, prey species would multiply out of control and the entire ocean ecosystem would collapse. Losing sharks deprives coastal communities of livelihoods, food, and tourism opportunities. The irony is, sharks are actually beneficial for tourism. Many people are willing to pay large sums of money for the opportunity to dive with sharks. A living shark is worth way more than a dead one, but we can't protect what we don't understand. And for too long, we've understood sharks through the lens of horror movies instead of science. These animals aren't mindless monsters. They're intelligent, social, surprisingly delicate creatures that have been shaped by hundreds of millions of years of evolution into perfectly adapted ocean predators. The more we learn about sharks, the more we realize how much we got wrong. And maybe that's the most important lesson. Before we fear something, we should try to understand it first. Because most of the time what we fear isn't nearly as dangerous as what we are. Now, if you really enjoyed watching this video, then like it and consider subscribing to the channel, as we will be bringing up more anticipated and exciting content soon in this channel. I'll see you later.